Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hope everyone's having a blessed evening. I'm having a blessed evening. It's a Saturday. It's cold outside, so let's jump right into this topic. This topic is very serious. I want you guys to pay attention, all right? And it's going to be some good information for you guys, all right? Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. As you can see the topic, right? The topic is talking about basically that you know we out here being organ donators, and we don't have a clue of what's really going on why our streets are being flooded with guns and drugs and such a high rate, such a high peak in shootings and killings, and it's been like this for a little while, and you wondering to yourself, why is this all going on? Right? Why is this all taking place? Why is there so much shootings and killings amongst the youth? Why so much guns are flooding our communities on a high rate? People's not making it even to see 18, 21, 30 years old, let alone 40. Why are the mental and the spirituality is blocked? Why the eyes are blocked? Why the heart is blocked? Why the mind is blocked? What is going on? And what's adding to this? Right? And for years, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, why is all this shooting going on? Why for what? And I just couldn't figure it out. So up until now, up until just a couple of days ago, I figured it out. And it doesn't seem far fetched. People in our neighborhood becoming organ donators without them even knowing. And you're young. You got a young youth. You got a you got good lungs. You got a good heart. You got a good you got good kidneys, liver. These things, there's people that's suffering with these organs that need these organs right away. Right away. Right away. These individuals want to live. It is bigness. I mean, it is big business. The shootings, the killings, the drugs, the drill music, the prison systems, um, everything that you can think of. Most of our family members that died tragically, right? They died tragically. They need an autopsy. They keep the body. They cut you open. They take your organs out. And they drain your blood. Yes, they need blood too. Then they zip you up, shoot you with Obama fluid. Just enough. I used to work in the morgue. If everybody know the Bronx, um, I used to work up there in the VA hospital, up in the Bronx by Cambridge. And I started off as a young man, and I was doing clerk work. I was filing. Basically, I was pulling files for the doctors. I didn't really like that job. So the next job that they offered me, or the next um, training that they offered me, was working in the morgue. I worked in the morgue 4 months. There was a man in there training me. in the VA hospital, and this was back in the early 90s. Okay, he was training me because he was already a older man, and he was going to retire. So I figured that I was going to take his place because I worked in 4 months. Something came up, they switched me, right, and they put me in escort. I was escorting um, patients to and fro, to and from their doctor's appointments inside the VA hospital. Yes, the ground floor used the elevator and transfer the patients. But that's not what I'm getting at. I worked in the morgue. I worked in the morgue. So when the veterans passed away, it was our job to, to bring the bodies, to clear the bodies, go upstairs, you know, get the bodies. The priest go in there, say what he say, and then we would bring the bodies down to the morgue. The reason why I'm telling you the story is because organs is big business. Organs are big business. I mean, huge money you get for heart, spleen, especially kidneys, blood too. All this all this you making money. All this you're making money. This is why all our youth are being murdered. They murdering each other because the organs. And a lot of people can't look at it, and a lot of people can't see it, that organs are what? It's a very, very, it's a very, very important central organ and tool for the next person to heal from sickness. They don't want to die. So they do anything and everything just to get your organs. Just to get your organs. If you ask half of the parents, right? If you ask half of the parents, um, was they organ donors, they would tell you no. And they use this at a time of grief, and nobody's not paying attention. Nobody's not understanding that they're taking your child or your loved ones to take their organs and sell them. Their blood too. This thing is very, very serious, man. This is very, very serious. This is why it's very important to stop what we're doing, because it is a trap. It is a trap. You see what's going on. After somebody gets shot, they leaving the body outside. They cover it up and leave it outside. Just 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever, 15 minutes, that person bled out. That person was still alive. But they let the person bleed out because they want the organs. They put it on ice, right? Boom. And they transfer it, airlift it, or whatever they do. It's big business, beloved. It's big business, beloved. And once you understand this, you have to move a different way. You have to move a different way. The reason why I'm talking about this topic, because I've been thinking about this for a very, very long time. On your driver license, it says, "Do you want to be an organ donor? Do you want to be an organ donor?" Now, certain religions, it's forbidden to be an organ donor. It's forbidden for anybody to take your organs. Number one of them is Islam. It's Islam. If you're a Muslim, they're not allowed to touch your organs. They're not allowed to touch your organs. It is forbidden. It's a lawsuit, period. It's a lawsuit. You never censured nobody to take your child organs. They gone. So now you're gonna go in there and take their organs. It's a time of grief. It's a time of deception. You grieving. You're not understanding what's going on. or we need to do an autopsy. What autopsy need to do? The man got shot and got murdered. Need to cut him open and he got shot and murdered. Why are you doing an autopsy? So they can take your organs and sell them. You ever seen the movie Get Out? How the lady was setting people up and she was bringing people over there. They was taking people brains and doing all this other stuff. That's the same thing. There's a special room where people go. I need that. The highest bidder. I need the heart. They even probably take your eyes. I'm quite sure they got some way where they take your eyes. They taking the blood. They taking the heart. They probably taking the lungs. They taking everything that they can take. All your organs, major organs, especially your blood. Everybody always need blood. They need blood. It's the shortest. And then if your blood is special, boom. This is something to think about, beloved, because this is not a joke. This is not a game. And you shouldn't play with this. This is something for you to think about. This is something for you to think about. I want you to really, 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 really think about this. We out here being organ donors and don't even know it. I'm hitting on my PowerPoints because I want to make sure that your guys get this and understand this, and that um, it will always be in your mind, and you always think about that, and you make sure that your loved ones is okay, and that you know you don't give no consent to somebody don't taking organs without you knowing, saying that this is an autopsy. I remember one time, you know, somebody passed away that I know, and I tried to go over there in the casket to open the shirt. The guy said, "No, no, 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 no." What you mean, no? If one of my family members passed away, right? I know what you did. You took their organs without asking nobody. I'm very aware of that. So I'm saying, God forbid, Lord forbid, that you lose a loved one. It doesn't matter, tragically, violently, naturally. Put it back in your head that they are gearing towards to take their organs without your consent, without you even knowing, beloved. This is why the murders are going on. This is why the drugs is going on. This is why this drill music is going on. This is why we're losing a lot of our youth to death, murder, kill. This gangster persona, because they are becoming organ donors without them even knowing, because it's big business. There's people sick all around the world that needs a heart, that needs kidneys, that need any other major organ for them so they can survive. And they would do everything to get that organ if it's a match. If it's a match, if it's not a match, they still taking the organs. This is how deep it is. Now, in the beginning of my thumbnail, I found a picture over there where somebody's being buried. I don't really know who that is. I want to apologize, and I want to say rest in peace to that family member, whoever that was buried. This is for educational purpose. This is bring awareness to everyone that watches this video. and it's for educational purpose to teach us that this is why a lot of this stuff is going on. It's part of the agenda. It's part of the agenda of organ donator without your knowledge, without your understanding, and they're using grief and pain to block what's going on. Somebody got to have some type of sense. Somebody got to have some type of knowledge about what's really going on, so we could delay the message. But sometimes we grieve so hard because our family member's not here. We don't see what's going around us. Once again, I want to apologize for using that picture. I don't mean to offend anybody. This is for only educational purpose only. It's not to get nobody upset. It's not to make fun of anything, because this is a very, very sick. This is a very, very serious topic for me, and I love to bring awareness for myself and for y'all. I just figured this out. There's people probably known this way before me, but it's a little different from me because I watched for years and years and years and couldn't figure it out. Now I'm piecing everything all together. It's like a puzzle to me. I learn something new every day, and as I learn, I want to discharge whatever I learn to your God. I don't want to keep it to myself. Whatever knowledge and information I have, I want to spread it. Of course, I talk about major topics about what's going on in our community, but there's certain topics that is hidden and that a lot of people don't talk about. And this is one of the topics that goes on in our neighborhoods, and we can't find out why it's a spike in drugs and the shootings and the killings and the guns in our area. And we don't have the money to bury our loved ones. We cremating them or cremate them. We have a wait. That's it. They get cremated. They don't even get buried. We don't know their organs are gone. I want your guys to wake up. This is awareness. This is awareness. This is serious, man. This is serious. This is why this is going on. It's a shortage in food. It's a shortage in water. It's a shortage in clothes. It's a shortage in jobs. You got to produce the violence. You got to produce the killing. You got to produce the gangster persona lifestyle, so the youth could kill each other, so their organs could be donated. Your organs are being donated, and you don't have no knowledge about it. I'm very upset about this. Very upset about this. Very. And this is why it is going on, is shooting and killing in our neighborhoods. This video is for awareness, and this video is for educational purpose only, to bring awareness to you and I. This is why I'm saying it has to stop. The killings and the shooting, and talking about spinning the block on the ops and all this other stuff, shooting and killing each other because your organs are being donated. We are left with the grief of taking care of the funeral and the burial, in the cremation, in the wake. The family members don't even know that your organs been taken care of, meaning it's been put to the highest bidder. Now I know that you ain't cool with that, because I ain't cool with that. At least ask me. Just don't take my organs. Talking about, oh yeah, man, we doing an autopsy. They're gonna cut you all different type of places, stitch you up, put the bombing fluid in you. excuse me. This is something to think about. This is something to think about. The youth, the youth, they got healthy lungs, a healthy heart, healthy kidneys. They're going to pass these organs off to somebody else. I don't know how much they're selling them for, but there's a lot of money. It's a market for that. It's big business. Death is big business. Somebody has to do the job. I was one step away from working inside of a funeral home. This close. I worked in a morgue. Let me tell you something. There was another uh, um company that I worked for. It's called Approved Storage and Waste Facility. It's a warehouse in Mount Vernon. I was yo. They had they had arms, foot, animals, dead pigs. You got to be a special type of person to work with the dead, to work with death. People people with that, I'm not saying something's weird about them, but people with that, they look at this as money, 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 money. This is why so much funeral homes. This is why so much tombstones. This is why you got to pay for your whole, because death is big business, especially organ donor, being an organ donor. So if you want to know why crime is high, why drugs and shootings are going in your neighborhood and people is getting murdered, our youth, is because they are being organ donors without them even knowing. It's a mental thing that you cannot see with the eye. Only those that have a real good eye, and I'm not talking about this type of eye, I'm talking about the spiritual eye, the mind, the third eye, can see what's really going on and catch on. It is our job to delay the message to you. Stop becoming organ donators at a young age. Let's give these people that have this mindset, this gangster persona, okay, this drill music and all this other stuff, the guns, the drugs, give it back to them. Now I know it's not going to be easy, but let's start somewhere. Let's start somewhere. Let's start somewhere. So I would like to end this video, this topic, with I love y'all. Take my words, take my knowledge and my wisdom and my inner love for the information as a sign for you and me to let's get it right. I would like to thank everyone for listening to me, for watching my videos, for giving my videos a thumb up. I really appreciate it. I love what I'm doing, and I'm not going to stop. And I appreciate y'all. And like again, I would like to say that that picture in the thumbnail, if anyone get offended, that's not my intentions. I'm so sorry, but I just was using that as a way of giving some information to the people that don't know what's going on. And may that person rest in peace. Y'all have a great, great, great evening. Later.